For allegedly occupying the position of administrative management at a family business, a political consultant requests loss of office against the representative to the House for the Archipelago of San Andres, Providence, and Santa Catalina, Elizabeth J. Pang.
A request for loss of investiture against representative to the House for the Archipelago of San Andres, Providence, and Catalina, Elizabeth J. Pang Diaz, was filed before the Council of State. The appeal was filed by the analyst and political consultant Orlando Caballero, according to the web portal of El Heraldo newspaper. In dialogue with said media, Orlando Caballero would have affirmed that the Liberal representative has apparently violated the regime of disqualifications and incompatibilities due to the fact that the parliamentarian, according to Caballero, occupies the legal representation of the Proyecta Foundation ADZ Project Management Consulting and Comprehensive Advice, as well as the position of Deputy Manager of the family business Joseph Concrete Ltda. According to El Heraldo, Caballero argues that, open quotes, Representative Elizabeth J. Pang Diaz must lose her seat because she violated Article 180.1 of the Constitution, which prevented her from holding any position different from her activities in the Congress of the Republic. It is proven that she exercises the administrative management of the family company Joseph Concrete Ltda, of which she is the deputy manager, close quotes. Likewise, he reproaches the Congresswoman for not having declared impediment in the processing of the project that gave rise to Law 2203 of 2022, open quotes, whereby Law 47 of 1993 is modified and added, close quotes. Initiative authored by the defendant and that directly benefits the family business conglomerate in the electoral district of the Archipelago Department of San Andres, Providence, and Catalina, for which she was elected. Thus, the defendant has 5 days to present her defense or answer the lawsuit in order to exercise her fundamental right to due process and defense. In this regard, the press chief of the representative to the chamber indicated to Teleislas News that for the moment, J. Pang will not issue any statement. This news agency remains aware of any statements that the Congresswoman may make in this regard.
For irregularities in CEMED Mega School, the Comptroller's Office charged fiscal responsibility for $21,288 million against two ex-governors of San Andres. This was announced in press release number 193, where 3 ex-secretaries of Education, 3 of Infrastructure, 3 supervisors of the auditing contract, 3 contracts that made up the temporary union Mega 2014, and the members of the consortium that performed the auditing were also charged.
Today, December 28th, the Office of the Comptroller General of the Republic announced that it charged fiscal responsibility in the amount of 21,282 million pesos against the former governors of San Andres, Providence, and Santa Catalina, Auri Guerrero Buy and Ronald Husney, as well as 14 other individuals and legal entities for the financial damage caused by irregularities in the construction of the CEMED Antonia Santos Mega School. This is an unfinished, abandoned, and deteriorated work where higher values were paid and there were failures in the planning stage. The entity refers that to advance this project, the Public Works Contract number 1341 of October 28, 2014 was signed between the Governor's Office of the Archipelago, at that time headed by former Governor Ari Guerrero Buy, and the Temporary Union Mega 2014, according to the Comptroller's Office. Errors were made in the application of the multiplier factor in the auditing contract, which caused the payment of higher amounts for this concept. This list of those charged by the Special Anti-Corruption Investigation Unit of the CGR is as follows. Auri Socorro Guerrero Buy, Governor and Legal Representative of the Archipelago of San Andres, Providence, and Santa Catalina in the period between 2011 through 2014. Ronald Husney Haller, Governor and Legal Representative of the Archipelago of San Andres, Providence, and Santa Catalina in the period between 2015 and 2019. Nestor Rojano Barraza, former Secretary of Education. Bradley Huffington Britton, former Secretary of Education. Edelmira Archibald Hawkins, Farmer Secretary of Education; Daisley Lynn Manuel Cantero, Farmer Secretary of Infrastructure; Alejandro Lozano Boy, Farmer Secretary of Infrastructure; Elizabeth O'Neill Newba, Supervisor of the Inventory Contract; Luis Alberto Urego Gaviria, Supervisor of the Interventory Contract; Sheena Perez Livingston, Supervisor of the Interventory Contract. Members of the Mega 2000 Temporary Union Contractors are as follows: SA Legal Representative Furel Michael Gil Gomez or whoever acts on his behalf; Fernando Leon Diaz Cardona; Mauricio José Rodríguez, members of the Consortium Interventoría Mega Colegio Interventors; Opción Diseño y Construcción SAS Legal Representative Ángel José Angarita Pareja or whoever acts in his stead; Grupo Electrocivil SA Legal Representative Luis Alfonso Arias Gomez or whoever acts on his behalf; Sergio Fabian Whitaker.
And for next year, 2023, the community of the department will be able to count on different tax reliefs of up to 25% discount, an incentive that seeks to encourage taxpayers to make their contributions on time.
The Finance Secretariat managed to establish the decree that would be enforced as from next year so that taxpayers can obtain tax relief when paying their taxes.
The administration didn't present the ordinance them to give the discount in time. So we present the lately in February to March. So we get approved for the land tax, vehicle, and the industrial commercial. We have it for the 20% discount. But also it didn't give so much impact like how we expected, no, because it present late. Also the people that pay. But this year the secretary present the ordinance, the project of August. So we have the taxes discount approved for next year for August, and from the 1st of January till the 28th of February we haven't given the 25% discount of industrial commercial, vehicle, automotor, and land taxes. This is one of the highest taxes that we have given discount. So we're giving the chance to the people, inviting them to embrace this opportunity to get up to date with the taxes. Also from March till the 30th April, we have given the 20% discount of industrial, commercial, vehicles, and land taxes. And from the May 1st till the 30th June, we're giving the 15% taxes. So you can see, well, through the pandemic, the island was in a little recess, economical passing of difficulties. So the economy of the island just began to recover back. So that's why we give these taxes, because
it should be noted that this is important for the department that all taxpayers are up to date, because with these resources collected, the departmental government will carry out works for the benefit of the community and also avoid being involved in legal proceedings.
From next year, we're preparing the databases them to make all the fiscalization with the people that don't present a declaration and not declaring the right amount, what they have to declare. So we are preparing the database, to actualizing the information, and we'll make information with it then. We'll cross information with it then, and so we'll be passing information to the contributors, inviting them to correct the declaration. So we hope for the coming year the people get up to date with all the taxes and begin to declare. So right now we're having a good program, and we're setting up the program for next year. So who don't present the taxes and who not declaring the taxes in the exact way how to pay, in the right way, with giving the right information, we want to take determination on those contributors that don't declare it.
Colombian Navy rescued 2 people after their vessel suffered damage at sea. Likewise, they carry out controls on illegal fishermen in the archipelago.
According to the National Navy, in the first operation, Coast Guard units of the Colombian Navy were able to assist 2 Colombian citizens who were adrift in waters near East-Southeast Key, the general area of San Andres, after the artisanal vessel in which they were fishing broke down. The San Andres Maritime Traffic Control and Surveillance Tower received an emergency call from the captain of the Colombian registered fishing vessel Niña Mexta, who indicated that his man engine had failed, which caused him to be swept away by the sea current and lost control of the vessel. Immediately, a rapid reaction unit URR from the San Andres Coast Guard station was deployed to the area, where they were able to locate the 2 crew members aboard the fishing vessel 20 nautical miles from San Andres. After verifying the health condition of the 2 people, they proceeded to tow the vessel to the Colombian Navy unit.
I am very grateful that they were able to rescue us from a dangerous part. I am very grateful to the Coast Guard for what they did with me, rescuing us all the way to the island of San Andres.
And in the afternoon, the table of ancestral gastronomy was formed in the presence of related portfolios such as culture, agriculture, and fisheries, as well as entities such as the SENA, the Cultural Center of the Bank of the Republic, among others. The details are as follows.
Different entities headed by the Chamber of Commerce organized the ancestral gastronomy table that seeks to rescue the culinary traditions of the Raizal ethnic group and the knowledge that has been inherited from generation to generation, also highlighting the cuisine of the men of the islands.
Today we make one main board working about to fertilize all the activities related with gastronomy, but also to fertilize our heritage and the way how we can use our culture to fertilize tourism. In this section today, we present one example of the project about in Sucre. Then they implement this now, and the idea is we take that as an example and try build our own project. So the intention is to fertilize the restaurant, also all the association of free table, but also the man who cook here in the island and make this give this service to the community. So this main board, the intention is to fertilize our interaction between the different entities and get together, identify one first project fee established the next year.
The purpose of the meeting was to reach agreements to impact the island's gastronomic sector, which includes restaurants and food trucks, among others that offer gastronomic products and services.
In other news, Claro Colombia continues to strengthen its service program for all its users in the archipelago.
With an investment of close to $15 million to connect San Andres to the AMX-1 submarine fiber optic cable, Claro Colombia is committed to expanding its internet coverage and services to the archipelago of San Andres. Luis Miguel Porto, regional director of the company, spoke about the benefits that have been delivered to the island citizens.
Claro trajo por fin un cable submarino acá.
Claro finally brought a submarine cable to the island, where we have believed very strongly, with an investment of $15 million, which is reflected in greater technology in a complete system of the largest fiber in the country. It serves to connect 22,000 houses, including commercial premises, hotels, and restaurants. Of those 22,000, 9,000 are homes where we connect internet, television, and landline. In the case of homes, our introductory promotion to the San Andres market is an exclusive one. We have a service of 900,000 pesos per month of 100 megabytes. When the client is at Claro and has mobile and home services with us, that speed doubles to 200 megabytes. Claro is investing in San Andres Island.
As part of Claro Colombia's commitment to bring internet coverage to the entire national territory, the company reported that it has advanced social responsibility work that seeks to leave a positive impact on the island community.
Claro está también comprometido con la comunidad. Nosotros
Claro is also committed to the community. We have made a strong investment in the Junin School in Providence. We have 100 children benefited where Claro, with the support of the government, have also worked in the reconstruction after what happened months ago. Claro is committed to development and technology.
Claro Colombia specified that connecting San Andres with fiber optics means that it will improve the connectivity of the tourism, commerce, health, education, and government sectors.
The novenas begin in Simpsonville sector. Children and teenagers already feel the spirit of Christmas thanks to the work of the government secretariat in this section.
With the support of the Community Action Board of the sector, novenas are held in Simpsonville sector with activities that help occupy the children's free time, promoting the rescue of values in family.
Having a spiritual gathering space taking into account these Christmas holidays, especially with the boys and girls of the sector, and expressing those feelings of gratitude towards the Almighty during this season of the birth of Christ. We are working with children between 6 and 14 years old. We have activities on Saturdays. We have a piece of land that they lent us that has a vegetable garden and chickens, and the idea is to take the children from an early age and teach them good habits. We have the support of the police command.
Families that make up the sector of the islands are pleased with the activities that are developed, promoting teamwork. The mothers from the neighborhood joined together and made nativity scene for the enjoyment of the children.
The Simpsonville neighborhood decided to unite a little more during this Christmas season. We have a community group of mothers with the help of the mounted policemen, and with them we decided to create a live nativity scene. Everything is made with recyclable material, helping in the ecological part. The children dress up every day to give another face to the neighborhood and to continue working with the community. The reconstruction of the nativity scene was done with the community mothers and mounted policemen, who are a group of children that belong to the Simpsonville neighborhood.
With much happiness, the children of Simpsonville sing Christmas carols and celebrate Christmas.
Now we continue with Victor Fusalva and the sport news of our department.
Hello, here are the best sports of the islands. Classified are the two teams that will play the final of the Elite Basketball Cup. Exciting turns out to be the final of the year, an Invitational Basketball Cup of the Ginny Bay Coliseum, which will begin today with two teams that advance to the finals, Hofi and Grown Road. Grown Road, after having eliminated Brooks Hill by a score of 76-74 in an extraordinary game that delighted the fans, and the other team that advanced was Hofi, that defeated Bayside by a score of 63-53. Maulin Colina, one of the outstanding players for the Hofi team, stated,
Primero que todo, darle gracias a Dios por la victoria.
First of all, we thank God for the joyful victory. We knew it was a tough game from the beginning to the end, that they were coming to look for the game, regardless of the fact that we won the first game by 30 points. They were going to come to want to beat us. We always had the same intensity. We never let up on defense. We also knew how to adjust, and that is what gave us the victory. More than anything else, the defensive part.
And these were the words of Mark Cottrell, the coach of Grown Road.
Primero, darle las gracias a Dios que
First of all, we thank God, who has guided us all the time since the beginning. We have placed it in God's hand. In all the games, it has not been easy. We have lost along the way, but sometimes that strengthens us to move forward against a great rival like Brooks Hill, who has already won the championship before, and we know that the finals will be just as exciting.
And at the Maracana courts, an integration of football activity was carried on between veterans and youths. By tradition, the Maracana has always organized tournaments and integrations in soccer. On this occasion, the veterans and young people of the Bight neighborhood held an end-of-year meeting in order to integrate and recreate in harmony, exchanging bonds of friendship. Carlos Hernandez, one of the veterans organizers, told us.
que esto ha sido una integración que he tomado
This has been an integration that I have been promoting for the last 3 years with the integration of the two teams of the neighborhood, which are the veterans that I manage in the category on Sundays here and the boys who come from outside their respective universities. As you have noticed, here we are the old ones, so to speak, and the new generation, and with one more integration or with an opportunity that we are giving again to our referee who from heaven is watching us, the late Pochongo, who was our referee in all the categories here in the neighborhood of Bite. After this comes to a good little meal and integration between those of us who are leaving soccer now, along with the new generation of the Bite, and thus saving our youth, since our youth is disappearing and we are only the old people left. So we in the Bite are uniting with this so that there is a single integration not only with the Bite community but also with other communities with peace, the Obrero neighborhood with the sauna and so on. So since this is a small island and there can be so much violence here on the island, unthinkable. I wish that all the neighborhoods here in San Andres will take this initiative as the Obrero neighborhood is doing.
Returning to the Maracana Court for recreation and integration with the community members is an important factor in the health and well-being of young and adults. And this will be all in sports for the moment. I am Victor Fusalba, Teleislas News.
Thank you, Victor. With sport news, we reach to the end of this broadcast. See you tomorrow at 1 p.m. with more of Teleislas News. Good night.